Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. It is May 19th. Day 60. 6-0. I'm a little shocked. The 60 days has gone by and we're still here. I was out grocery shopping this morning and I was amazed at the number of people that are just overcome with fear and uncertainty and anxiety. You can tell by their body language. You can tell by the way they are carrying themselves, and it makes me sad. So we'll keep going. It's day 60. It's day 4 of Learn from Adversity. And if I haven't mentioned this before, this course, every week, I personally am being tested by each of the themes. Learn from adversity. The universe will keep putting things in your path until you learn the lesson. So clearly, I have not learned the lesson from one of my own moments of adversity in my journey. And it's also very interesting that when I turn the page to a new day for material that I wrote 5 years ago, it is so aptly perfect for the moment that I personally am in. Today's affirmation, it's in the comments. It says, when I feel the urge to struggle, I will stop and wait for guidance. I will wait for guidance from the divine. Learn from adversity. The more difficult the adversity, this is what I've learned. The more difficult the adversity, the more valuable the lesson it offers to teach. The worst things in life have the biggest lessons. By exercising faith in a power greater than ourselves, we discover that we are not alone in adversity. We are a wave in the ocean. The wave appears, the wave disappears. A new wave appears, a new wave disappears. When we are the wave, when we appear for the glimpse of time that we are on this earth, eventually we learn to see blessings appear. Sometimes years later after they happen, after we've been handed the tough times. But one of the exercises that I did 5 years ago, and I clearly need to do these questions again, is to ask yourself these questions, write down the answer, and reflect. The questions are, number 1, in what ways have I dealt with adversity that were effective and ineffective? If you think about all the adversity you've ever experienced, how did you effectively deal with it? How did you ineffectively deal with it? Question 2, how have my ways of dealing with adversity affected other people and me? If your means of dealing with adversity is sitting down with a case of wine, that's probably going to negatively impact you and everyone around you. But if your way of dealing with adversity is go off into nature and have a walk or tune into a meditation, that might be a positive effect. Question number 3. Have I accepted responsibility for life's circumstances and the times that my actions have resulted in adversity? Have you forgiven yourself for putting yourself in that position? Eckhart Tolle taught us in our course last year, act as if you invited this moment, that you created this moment, that you asked for this moment. If you were diagnosed with cancer, arrested, divorced, act as if you chose it. It takes away a lot of the power, and it leads you to forgiveness. Question number 4, what have my adversities taught me about honesty, integrity, sense of personal responsibility, and my faith in other people and myself? Adversity is the greatest teacher on earth. Number 5, what have my adversities taught me about human nature and how the actions of people tend to influence how I react to their behaviors? This is the big one for me yesterday. What I've quickly learned is in the past, 20 years ago, society eventually forgot and moved on. But today, in the advent of social media, the most broken of society refuse to let you move on because they want to keep everyone at their level. That's human nature. That's humanity. That's how it's always been. It's just on a bigger scale with social media. Question 6, I think. How can I react to adversity in a way that will better allow me to grow wiser, more resilient, and more loving? That goes back to today's affirmation. Stop and wait for guidance. Find the silence between the thoughts. That's where the lesson will lie and wait for you. I once wrote on a beach in Cuba, the second time, standing in the shadows with God. That's where the divine is. The divine is in the darkness, waiting for you to come into the darkness. And the last question, what is my personal faith that brings me the greatest strength in times of adversity? Questioning yourself about each adversity will teach you more about yourself and about human nature. It will help you learn the life lessons that will bring you the only true measure of success, inner growth, and a more principle-centered life. You will experience a stronger faith, and the possibilities for the future are endless. So I'm off to spend 4 hours walking around a golf course where I'll definitely be reflecting on all of this, because today I am struggling, understanding how to find the combination to unlock the gift of adversity. I love you all. I hope you're safe and well. And until tomorrow, be kind to yourself and to others.